How you guys doing? Quick update video on this thing. It's not done yet, but it's getting there. Waiting on a couple parts to dry, and I'm waiting on an oil pickup and spark plugs and wires because some idiot ordered the wrong oil pickup. They ordered one for a 426 Hemi that fits that pan, not a 440 that fits that pan. Hemi takes a 1/2 inch MPT, and this takes a 3/8, so I got to send that back. I had to buy another one and pay the shipping and all that stuff. So that ticked me off, but it was my fault. So yeah, this dipstick wasn't fun to get in there. I had to do a lot of sanding, a lot of tinkering with it to get it to fit, but it ended up going in there. Ended up studding the water pump or the oil pump just because I had the studs and I felt like it. So it's got studs and a good grade 8 bolt, the one bolt, because I didn't have a stud long enough for that one, but so that's on there real good. I painted all the bolts. These, for some reason I painted them yellow because, well, I had all the paint laying there and I grabbed the wrong can and went, before I could stop it was all yellow. I was like, well, crap. I let them dry, then I painted them blue. And then when I put them in there, my tool fits so snugly on these because them Craftsman tools actually are pretty decent. They fit the bolt really good. I took the blue paint off. So I thought about taking them back off and repainting them, but then, when I put them back on, it's just going to do the same thing. So yeah, that was aggravating. These held up pretty good, tightened them up. But yeah, I'm going to have to clean them off with a wire wheel and repaint them, or it just ain't going to work. Because, see, these held up pretty good, tightening them up, torquing them down. But those, since they already had a little blast of yellow on them, is too thick. And when you put the blue on top, your tool tears up the paint. So yeah, I got to take all them out one at a time, wire wheel them off, and clean them up and repaint them. Other than that, everything else went pretty smoothly. This valley pan was a pain right in the butt because it was all kind of flattened out and bent because, the box looked like they kicked it off the back of a truck. The box was all smashed when I got it and just kind of very unhappy. And I was very unhappy when I opened it up and realized, there's a bunch of stuff on top of my gaskets that needed to be not smashed. So that was a pain because I had to, well, when you tried to push the valley pan down, it would rake the gaskets underneath it down. And so I had to kind of get one bolt in it that was too long and then hold the sides up and put the gasket where it was supposed to go all the way around and tighten it down a little bit and keep adjusting things to where this was tight, the valley pan was tight down with both ends, and then these were lined up correctly, and then I put the other gaskets on, laid the intake on top, everything just bolted right up. So that was a pain. The rear main seal, also a huge pain. Never really want to do that again. That thing better not leak. The side seals on that is what sucks. It's hard to keep them on that aluminum block while you're sliding it in there because they want to just stay with the block and you slide past them and you got to pull it in and out and work it in there. And I got them down in there. I put a little dab of silicone underneath it, so I hope it's, good. Freeze plugs, I went with a little bit, well, I got a little aggravated because these wasn't seating right. So I went with a thicker Chevrolet style freeze plug, the same diameter. Works just fine. I'm not the one taking them out. Whoever has to take them out, if they ever come out, like, they're going to be hating me, but not me, don't care. They'll never leak, they'll never come out. They'll definitely not leak, so that, you got that going for you. Everything else, like I said, yeah, I ordered the right breathers. Well, I wanted 2 of these or 2 of these, but I wanted them in that color. Couldn't get the same brand with the 1 inch and the 3/4 inch sizes, either brand, but I can get one of each, so I ordered both of them. That one ended up showing up red, and it's supposed to be this color to kind of match the rest of the scheme, and so that clashes a little bit, but there's nothing I can do about it. Got to have something on there. Everything else is, like I said, I'm just waiting on a few parts to get here and waiting on some paint to dry, and I got to clean up the water pump and paint it probably, and a few other parts I got to clean up and paint. So yeah, there's y'all quick update video, kind of what I've been up to. I'm really happy with the way that thing looks, at least. I never said I was a painter, but I mean, I could have probably done better if I tried, but it's good enough. Like, I don't know. I tried to clean it really good and paint it really good, but there's a few places I'm not happy with, like right around in here. Just didn't take as well as I wanted to. It kind of soaked in, and I'm to the point where I'm not going to try to fix it. It's just the way it is. It looks pretty good as long as you stand about right here. But yeah, so that thing's getting pretty close to being done. It rolls over nice and easy. Everything's good to go. So as soon as I build a stand for it and the rest of the parts get here, you'll hear that thing fire up. Got the headers for it. They're great big dudes, 1 7/8" tubes on them. Big boys there. That's gonna sound amazing. Y'all take her easy, and I'll see you in the next one.